Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be following up to our previous video on our 5 favorite things with our 5 least favorite things about our 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper. So stay tuned. Our 5 least favorite things are probably just minor annoyances that we have that probably wouldn't bother the majority of you guys out there, but we just wanted to share our opinion. So let's jump in. All right, so our first least favorite thing about our 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper is probably the range anxiety that we have. So I think a lot of new EV owners can probably share the same sentiment, that you're still trying to get used to living with an EV with a potentially limited range. So that kind of range anxiety comes into play. So on our current configuration of our Model Y, we have a long range all-wheel drive version with a 19-inch cross-flow wheels. That gives us an EPA rated range of 327 miles on a full 100% charge. Now on a daily basis, we're not charging to 100%, we're charging closer to 70%. So typically on a day-to-day basis, we have about 228 miles, which actually works out well for us. We're not typically driving more than like 50 miles in a day. I think the max that we've driven in a day is maybe like 120 miles. So it's been okay. But I think there's always that what if factor. What if we have to deviate from our current plans? We have to drive out to see family, or we have an emergency and we need to drive further than that. I think that's where that range anxiety comes into play. But I think for the most part, where we're charging on a daily basis works out well for us, but it's always that what if factor in the back of our mind. All right, my second least favorite thing about our 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper are the door release buttons. Now I actually love the door release buttons. I think it's really easy to use. But I think specifically since we have little kids, our 3-year-old who sits right here, right behind me behind the driver's seat, this door release button is right in his reach from his car seat. So it's really easy for him, like if we're at a stoplight or stop somewhere, for him to just push this button and pop the door open. In our other vehicle that has a traditional door handle, it's a lot harder for him to reach over and open that door. So in our Model Y, whenever he's in the car, I always have to set the child lock for that rear driver's seat door, just so that he doesn't inadvertently push that button and unlock the door. Otherwise, it's a great feature. All right, third up on our list of least favorites is some small rattles that we do have in the trunk of our Model Y. Now, I've read that this is a relatively common occurrence that seems to be happening in people's Model Ys, is that there is a small rattle in the back of the trunk. So at some point in the near future, I'll probably have to submit like a service ticket for them to come take a look at it and see if they can eliminate that small rattle. Otherwise, the build quality of our Model Y has been fantastic so far. All of the panel gaps that we have on our Model Y seem to be relatively consistent. The paint has been great. I haven't noticed any paint issues. The only issue that we've really had was that small trunk rattle. So hopefully we'll get that resolved soon, and then I think our Model Y will be perfect. All right, my fourth least favorite thing about our Model Y is the slow charging rate currently. So as of right now, we're only being able to charge with our 110 outlet in our garage. So that only charges about 1 kilowatt per hour, or about 5 miles of range every hour. So it's pretty slow. Right now, it actually works out great for us since we're not really driving a whole lot on a daily basis, right? Maybe max like 30, 40 miles in a day. But obviously, as we start to use this car more and more, we start going on more family vacations, we start having to drive out to see family, we'll probably need a little bit faster charging. So at some point, we'll get an electrician out to install a 240 outlet or the Tesla wall charger for us so that we can charge a little bit quicker. But as I'm doing my research, trying to get quotes for installation, all of those bids have been like well over like $2,000. So not something that we're probably going to get right away, but definitely over time we'll probably get that installed. So right now, for my fourth least favorite thing is just currently the slow charging of our Model Y, just because of the current outlet situation that we have. Okay, and finally, our last least favorite thing about our 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper has got to be those insurance premiums. Ouch. Now, I didn't realize how much those insurance premiums would have gone up from our previous vehicle, which by now is about almost 10 years old. But our new insurance premiums with the Tesla has gone up significantly. So it has really eliminated most of those gas savings that we do have from like charging at home, even with solar. So yeah, that is my least favorite thing, is definitely those new insurance premiums, which are probably more than double than our previous car. So I'll probably have to look around at some point, shop around for new insurance for this car, maybe even take a look at Tesla insurance to see how much those insurance premiums will cost. All right, so there you guys have it. These were our 5 least favorite things about our 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper. If you guys haven't seen our previous video on our 5 favorite things, I'll make sure to link that in the description box below so you can check out that video if you haven't done so already. As always, please consider liking, subscribing to our channel. We'll try to bring you guys more content just like this, and then also show you guys the build out of our Model Y over the next several weeks or so. We'll try to bring you guys more videos consistently. Sorry this video took a little while to get out. We were on a quick family vacation to celebrate the start of summer vacation for our kids. But now that we're back home, we'll be able to bring you guys more and more videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.